Up next is our first major work of New York City street art. And no, not Totem, here on the right, by the Dutch sculptor Hans van de Bovenkamp. And neither is it the stone carving by the Japanese artist Ken Haratsuka. No, commissioned by Tony Goldman, owner of the SoHo building here at 110 Green Street. Our first major work of New York City street art is this. Named Subway Map Floating on a New York Sidewalk, it was created by the Belgian artist Francois Schein and is modelled on the 156 stations that were on New York City's subway system at the time this was installed here back in 1985. By using glass to mark the stations at night, the light from the building's basements would illuminate all of the subway stops. Most people walking the street here are oblivious to this amazing piece of art. Next door, Stella McCartney is located at 112 Green, a space previously occupied by the famous Green Street recording. If we continue up the block to Mercer Street, we'll find on the corner the historic Finelli Cafe. Considered by many to be New York City's second oldest restaurant, various owners have operated it since 1847. I'll show you more Finelli's next season when I bring you SoHo Part 2. Now let's take a closer look at that mural again. Created in 1974 by the legendary artist Richard Haas, dubbed the greatest architectural muralist of his time, this mural on the side of 112 Prince Street has 55 fake windows, imitating the real facade at the front of the building. Restored in 2023, it now includes some of the pets that actually lived in the building at the time of that renovation. This mural is one of the earliest and most public expressions of postmodernism in New York. Now I'm crossing back over Prince to show you another historic building. Moving on, we're coming up on one of New York City's most famous streets. I'm going to move fast here now and try and make the lights. And right on the corner we find one of the largest ever public art installations in New York City. Give me a minute. This is Broadway, the city's oldest thoroughfare. Let's make a left here. If we keep going north, we'll enter NoHo, which stands for North of Houston. But I want to turn here in a second to show you this. The Wall by the minimalist artist Forrest Myers was installed here back in 1975. Clocking in at 8 stories high, this huge piece of art is also referred to as the gateway to SoHo. And here is your first subway alert. If you want to get to this location, take a B, D, F or M train to Broadway Lafayette Street Station, just down the block. It's only fitting so that since 2001, this has been the SoHo flagship store for the Italian luxury giant Prada. Next, I want to show you a very cool piece of street art. This is one of New York City's earliest and best known one-line carved sidewalk art pieces. Let me get down here to turn first. There are too many people here at the moment, so I'm going to show you your next subway alert instead. If you want to get to this location, you will take a WRR train to the Prince Street Station. Now, in 1984, the Japanese stone sculptor Ken Haratsuka illegally chiseled a single continuous line into the stone sidewalk here over several months and in the dead of night to avoid being arrested. Very cool. Across Lafayette, we find the JG SoHo Hotel. It is a budget-friendly hotel in a pretty good central location. Now, what makes this building special though is its 5-story mural dedicated to one of the greatest of Spain's poets, Federico Garcia Lorca. The mural contains excerpts from his famous book, A Poet in New York, which he wrote while studying in Columbia University in the late 1920s.